Well, I just want to say thanks for coming out today and sitting in through this training with me. I'm so excited about the upcoming Awana year, and we start on Wednesday night, September the 11th, for those of you that may be a little bit behind the 8 ball. We are doing this video so that you guys can all be caught up to speed on what is going on in the children's ministry at Old North Church, specifically Awana clubs. So I'm going to start with safety procedures and policy. And we all want to just make sure that this place is as safe as possible for our kiddos as they come in, our clubbers. And we want to convey that mainly to the parents, and then we want the clubbers to feel safe here also. When we have little ones from age 2 through 18, you know, those little ones don't always like to leave mom and dad, and so if we create a safe environment for them, that would be very helpful. One of the first things that we're going to talk about is check-in and pick-up of children. Now, except for the first night, which would be September the 11th, we are going to have the parents check in at the kiosks in the hallway, and they have their little tag, like a Giant Eagle tag, except they don't get fuel perks when they pick up their kids. So anyway, but they get, you know, they'll use their little tag, and they will scan it, and they will get 2 stickers. And this is what you need to know as a leader in the classroom. When they bring the child to the classroom, they will have 1 sticker that they put on the child so that you have their name, and the security number is on there, and that security number changes weekly. So it is very important that when the parents bring back the child, you check and make sure that the security numbers match and that they're you know, the same, so that you are giving the child to the right parent. It's also important to know that on that tag there will be allergy information, and you would want to note that because you may have a child in your class that has an allergy to peanuts or milk allergies, or might need gluten-free. All of that stuff will be on their little tag. And if not, and a parent brings that to your attention, you need to let me know or Jody McGee know, so that we can enter that data into the computer base, so it will be on their tag. It is your responsibility when the parent comes back. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but it is your responsibility to match the security numbers to make sure that they match. If for some reason a parent comes back and they don't have their tag to pick up their child, you need to ask for their driver's license so that you can match and make sure that it's the same last name, same parent. If you have an issue, get your director, get me. Do not send a child away with somebody who has not shown you the tag or their driver's license, okay? We had an issue a couple years ago where it was the parents were separated, and the dad actually worked with the youth, and he came and picked up his daughter, and the leaders let her go with him, and then the mom came in with the security tag, and she's like, "Where's my daughter?" And we didn't have any idea, and that was like very, it was very scary for a moment. You know, my heart was in my throat. So we just want to make sure that we're just above board in that area with checking out and making sure that the stickers all match. So the actual kiosk check-in will begin September the 18th, which is the week after Awana officially starts. And we'll have everybody in the computer and ready to go. Okay, with the check-in, there will be a class roster that will be facilitated or printed off. And I know that I have mentioned this in the past, but this year, with my new help from Jody McGee, it is going to come to fruition. The class rosters will be printed off about 15 minutes after Awana starts, and we'll get those rosters to you so that you can carry them with you throughout the night to make sure that if in the event of an emergency, you know who was here and with you in class, okay? If you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for. And again, we're here to make this as safe as we can. On Wednesday nights, the doors will lock. All the doors will be locked except for the I think adult ministry wing door will be open, but at 6:45, this children's entrance will lock, and we will have a security person there posted at the door, and they will let anybody in. But if you come early back for some reason to get your child or whatever, you need to make sure that you have, or that they have their security tags to get in. Okay, so anybody that's coming through that door, somebody in a management-ish type position will know who's walking through that door. Okay, you need to make sure that if there is an alarm on either end of the hallway, on those doors that exit those hallways, there's an alarm, and if you hit that door to go out of the building, the alarm will sound, and then it has to be turned off manually. It just doesn't stop. Last year I accidentally on purpose hit that door to let in a clubber whose parent was trying to get their wheelchair in, and I did set off the alarm. So anyway, I do know that it works, and it doesn't just go off by itself. So anyway, the other thing that I need to mention is that we need you to fill out a new volunteer application form. It's current. We are going to update these every year. We want to make sure that things just continue to match up. There will be a background check done. Also on this new form is a little love language test, I do believe is what it's called. Love language questionnaire, that would be the word I need. A love language questionnaire so that we can learn your love language. Now, we don't mean for this to be stressful for you. So if you read through that and you're stressed out, don't worry about it. I'll figure out what your love language is along the way. And that will be used to just help encourage you throughout the year. So I'm very excited about that. We could not do this ministry without you. I just can't say it enough that you know, there's no way that we could run Awana or any children's ministry here at Old North without the heroes that you guys are going to be for being here every Wednesday night. So this volunteer application is very important. Obviously, if you're watching this, you have a computer. So along with this website to watch this training video, there will also be a link to that volunteer application form so that you can get that filled out in and get it back to me either before or on the first night of Awana. That would be very helpful. Okay, if by any chance there would be an accident or an injury of some kind, which we pray that that would not happen, but on occasion that does, we need to have an incident or injury report filled out. I have those, and also Jody McGee has those. So what you want to do is find one of us, let us know that there was an injury or an accident. We need to have the person who saw it or who's helping take care of the child fill out that incident report and write down any, like if any attention to the injury we need to let them know about. We need to write it down so that we can let the parents know, hey, they twisted their ankle, we need to put ice on it, kind of thing. Or, you know, he cut his hand and we put a Band-Aid on it, we cleaned him up, you know, whatever. In the event that it is severe enough that we need to call the parent, you need to come get either the director or myself or Jody McGee or Pastor Kyle if he is in the building that night. He's around a lot, but on occasion we can't always track him down as quickly as we would like to. And so just myself or Jody would be great to get a hold of, and then we can contact the parents and let them know. A couple years ago we had a little girl who fell on her wrist during game time, and she it was actually ended up being broken. So we put ice on it and it wasn't feeling any better, so we called her mom and dad and they came and took her, and she had accidentally broken it, just fell on it the wrong way, and so she had to go get that checked out. If in any circumstances or whatever you would suspect any form of child abuse, you need to go directly to Pastor Kyle with that. Don't talk about it with any other leaders. You could get me, but I would prefer that you go to Pastor Kyle about it, and then the necessary steps will be taken. And if I need to be in the loop, he will certainly let me be in the loop. But the less people you talk about it to is the better. And just remember that it's our job just to report it, not to accuse, not to do anything like that. So we also have some helps for children that have special needs. And that is very important in this day and age. We are seeing more cases of children with special needs, autism, Asperger's syndrome. And here at Old North, we want to make them feel as welcome as the next child who doesn't have any special needs. And I think it's important to know that there are some helps that we can do with Awana. And one of the helps is, and this is where you guys will help us immensely during the handbook time, is you will be working with the kids one-on-one. And I am not always able to be in a classroom, so you are my eyes and ears in there. And so as you're working with the child, if you see that they are really struggling, come let me know, or let your director know. The chain of command is Pastor Kyle and Pastor Sean, and then me, and then your directors. Each club has a director, and then under that is you guys. And so let me know, and we can go online and we can get shorter versions of the verses for the clubbers, and they are printed out on mailing labels, and they go right in over the existing verses in their handbooks. So they don't have a special book that they're working through, so they're not singled out that way. They're just learning the same verse, but just a little bit shorter version, something that they can handle. And we never want to single out a child and make them feel you know, less than what they are. God made them the way they are, just the way they are. And we need to love them just like that, just like we would any other time.